Philippines receives 2 more jet-powered warships with advanced weapons from Australia. In pursuit of enhancing its maritime capabilities, the PCG has expressed interest in acquiring Guardian-class 39.5-meter patrol boat from Australian shipbuilder Austal. This initiative is part of PCG's modernization and expansion efforts aimed at bolstering its fleet with versatile and technologically advanced vessels. The Philippine Coast Guard indicated its interest to acquire at least 2 Guardian-class 39.5-meter patrol boats from Australian shipbuilder Austal as part of its modernization and expansion effort. These are slightly smaller than the Japanese-made 44-meter Parola-class multi-role response vessels, which have seen action in escorting contracted supply boats of the Philippine Navy in resupplying BRP Sierra Madre and Ionjan Shoal against China Coast Guard and Chinese maritime militia ships. No mention was made on what process will the boats be acquired, outright purchase, official development assistance grant or loan from Australia, etc., and which Austal shipyard would build these boats, Balamban in Cebu or Henderson in Western Australia. It is highly possible that the Austal Balamban shipyard would be used as the government favors local construction. It is worth to note that the Guardian class was designed and used by the Australia government as part of their Pacific Maritime Security Program to grant Pacific Island nations with patrol boats to increase their maritime capabilities. Boats granted by Australia to Pacific Island nations only carry light weapons, but we believe it can be armed with medium-caliber guns like 25/30mm chain guns aside from 12.7mm heavy machine guns like those usually found on PCG patrol boats, depending on the PCG's own assessment and budget. Also remember that Senate President Senator Juan Miguel Zubairi also confirmed an allocation of more than PHP 10 billion for 3 new large patrol vessels also to be built by Austal, which is separate from this effort to acquire Guardian-class boats. The Philippine Coast Guard's PCG push for modernization underscores the country's commitment to bolstering its maritime defense capabilities amidst increasing challenges in its territorial waters. Alongside the interest in acquiring 2 Guardian-class patrol boats, the PCG is actively exploring ways to further strengthen its fleet with advanced and versatile vessels. Enhancing maritime security. The Guardian-class patrol boats, which are smaller but highly efficient, are expected to play a vital role in enhancing the PCG's operational capabilities. Designed for flexibility, these vessels will enable the PCG to perform a range of missions, from coastal patrols to search and rescue operations. The Guardian-class boats are also expected to complement the PCG's existing fleet, particularly the Japanese-made Parola-class vessels that have been deployed in high-stakes missions like securing the Ionjan Shoal. Given their modular design, the Guardian-class patrol boats can be equipped with various armaments to suit mission-specific needs. While initially designed for light armament, there is a strong potential for upgrading these vessels with medium-caliber guns, significantly enhancing their combat capability and deterrent value. Local construction and strategic benefits. The government's preference for local construction could see the Austal Balamban shipyard in Cebu undertaking the building of these vessels. This decision would not only expedite delivery, but also support the country's shipbuilding industry, creating jobs and fostering technological transfer. Austal's expertise and the local shipyard's capacity provide a reliable platform for producing world-class patrol boats within Philippine territory. The construction of these vessels locally aligns with the government's broader vision of self-reliance in defense procurement and the establishment of a robust domestic defense industry. Larger patrol vessel allocation. In addition to the Guardian-class boats, the PHP 10 billion allocation for 3 larger patrol vessels is a testament to the government's comprehensive approach to maritime security. These larger vessels, also to be built by Austal, will further extend the PCG's reach and operational endurance in safeguarding the country's vast maritime domain. Strategic context. These developments come at a time of heightened tensions in the West Philippine Sea, where Chinese vessels continue to assert claims over disputed territories. The modernization of the PCG, supported by allies like Australia, is a critical step in asserting Philippine sovereignty and ensuring the safety of its maritime assets. The acquisition of these vessels marks another milestone in the PCG's ongoing transformation into a modern, capable maritime force poised to address emerging challenges in the region. Strengthening alliances and regional security. The acquisition of these vessels from Australia also highlights the strengthening defense ties between the two nations. Australia has been a steadfast partner in enhancing the maritime security capabilities of its allies in the Indo-Pacific, particularly through programs like the Pacific Maritime Security Program, PMSP. Under this initiative, Australia has provided Guardian-class patrol boats to several Pacific Island nations, boosting their maritime law enforcement and resource protection capabilities. The Philippines' interest in acquiring these vessels signifies a growing collaboration aimed at ensuring regional stability and countering common security challenges. The advanced technologies and customizable armament of the Guardian-class boats will significantly enhance the PCG's ability to respond to threats, conduct humanitarian missions, and ensure the safety of Philippine territorial waters. This is particularly vital in contested areas like the West Philippine Sea, where Chinese Coast Guard and militia ships continue to challenge Philippine sovereignty. These new vessels will complement existing assets in safeguarding supply missions and asserting the country's maritime rights. Funding and future plans. While specifics regarding the funding mechanism for the Guardian-class boats remain unclear, options such as direct purchases, grants, or loans from the Australian government are likely under consideration. The separate allocation of over PHP 10 billion for 3 larger patrol vessels demonstrates the Philippine government's robust commitment to maritime modernization. These larger vessels are expected to feature state-of-the-art technologies and extended operational range, enabling the PCG to perform long-endurance missions in distant waters. In the long term, the modernization efforts of the PCG are expected to encompass not only vessel acquisitions, but also enhancements in training, infrastructure, and surveillance systems. These initiatives aim to transform the PCG into a world-class maritime force capable of addressing both conventional and non-conventional threats. Implications for the region. The acquisition of Guardian-class boats and the construction of larger patrol vessels symbolize the Philippines' determination to assert its maritime rights and contribute to regional security. These efforts not only bolster the nation's defense posture, but also reaffirm its commitment to upholding a rules-based order in the Indo-Pacific. As regional tensions persist, the modernization of the Philippine Coast Guard stands as a vital step in safeguarding the country's maritime interests, fostering stronger international partnerships, and ensuring peace and stability in its waters.